Hey Warriors fans, I'm Thomas Mott. Welcome into Chat Sports, and today we have a fresh Golden State Warriors news and rumors video fresh off the heels of the Warriors' very first preseason game against the Los Angeles Lakers when they opened up the brand new Chase Center. Let's go ahead and jump right in, and we'll actually start with that preseason loss, 123-101 to the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, I'm going to see a lot of comments down below as I react to the first preseason loss. There's a lot of people are going to say, oh, it's preseason, Thomas. Give me a break. It doesn't matter. I know. But it's all we have to work on right now. There are no regular season games, so we have to react to what we saw on the court. Now, before we do react, one more thing. No Willie Cauley-Stein, no Kevon Looney yesterday. He kind of had a hamstring, or 2 days ago, I should say, as he had a hamstring injury that kept him out of the game. So with that being said, the Warriors were not so great in this basketball game. Now, Draymond Green came out before the game and said, guys, we're going to look bad. We have a lot of injuries, like we just mentioned. We're not going to be very great, and that's exactly what happened. Now, they did start 0 for 10 from the field. The shooting was a major problem early, but really it was the defense and the defense inside the paint and at the rim that was basically non-existent as James and Anthony Davis kind of had their way at the rim. It was kind of hard to watch, but at the same time, you want to have some confident parts here. You know, Jordan Poole played well in his 23 minutes. He was confident, he was fearless, he was shooting the basketball, a good spark off the bench, maybe kind of Quinn Cook-like, if I dare say so myself. Steph Curry was a little, rusty early, but settled down, and D'Angelo Russell was actually pretty rusty throughout the entire time that he was on the court. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But overall, my takeaway from this is probably more good Lakers and then really bad Warriors, because again, it was a lot of points in the paint. It was a lot of dunks, a lot of lobs. JaVale McGee was balling out early, which was kind of fun to watch in terms of, not fun to watch, but more like, it'd be fun if he was actually on our squad like he used to be, but it was what we used to see him do when he was in a Golden State Warriors uniform. But again, overall, it was not a good preseason opener for the Golden State Warriors at the new Chase Center. Now, I will say this. Fans love the new Chase Center. I mean, everyone you talked to said it was absolutely fantastic. They basically sold it out there for the preseason game, so that was a huge success. But on a night where you wanted to see what the Warriors had coming into the start of the NBA preseason, there was a lot left to be desired. I think a couple of things. Get healthy, and then we got to make sure that Looney and Willie Cauley-Stein are going to be the options at center. Now, there are not a lot of options to go out and, try and mend this if they are not going to be your guys going forward, but I want to see how much better defensively we would be with Looney, with Willie Cauley-Stein in there, and also, we're going to talk about it later, talk about it next, actually, the D'Angelo Russell factor. How is he going to fit? How is he going to merge with Steph Curry? Because at the start, at least in the minutes that he played, only played like 12, it was not exactly the start that D'Angelo Russell was hoping for. So, question. And I know, again, I'm going to see the comments, but I have to check. This is what we have to react to, right? It's the preseason. Don't have, this is the NBA Finals to react to. This is all we have. We're one game in. Let's go ahead and react, though. Are you worried at all about the Warriors based on what you saw against the Los Angeles Lakers? Just go ahead. Let me know down below. Again, I'll say this. I think this is more good Lakers. The Lakers have, worked well together. They're all healthy. Anthony Davis, LeBron James wanted to show off. I think it was more good Lakers than bad Warriors, but we'll see as the preseason games continue to progress. Also, we're going to do a Warriors mailbag video later this week. Use the hashtag Warriors, put a comment down below, and I will answer it in a Warriors mailbag video. So anything you guys want to chat about in and around the world, the NBA, the Warriors, whatever, use the hashtag Warriors in a comment, ask a question, and I will answer that later on this week. Okay, mentioned it earlier, D'Angelo Russell was rusty in his Warriors debut. Now, first game in a Warrior uniform, I'm sure he was a little bit nervous, a little bit excited, the adrenaline was going, that's fine, but he did only score 4 points in 12 minutes of play. 2 for 9 from the field, lots of rust, although, I will say this, passing the basketball looked pretty good. Had a good pass to Steph Curry in the corner for a 3, and made some other decent passes inside the paint as well. I think that's a part of his game that we are really excited to see in the Warrior offense is his ability to pass, create, especially in the pick and roll. We talked about all offseason. But shooting-wise, he was rusty. It wasn't great. We talked about earlier in the month that he was going to debut a new shot, a quicker release. Well, it's still a work in progress right now. Again, I know, first preseason game, I get it, it's fine. But, these are some things we got to keep an eye on with D'Angelo Russell, since he is kind of the most polarizing figure right now in Golden State, based on the fact that we're either going to love him or people are going to hate him. I mean, we want him to be successful, but there's also a big group of Warrior fans who are very skeptical about what he can bring to this team. Now, Russell was asked about this in the post-game press conference. We'll throw up the quote right now. He said, "It's all brand new to us. We got a lot of new guys trying to figure it out, including myself. It's not really second nature for a lot of us yet. It's just the more we play, the more we practice, watch film on it, the easier I think it'll get. Yeah, I totally agree. Again, no need to comment down below about how it's preseason. We all understand that's where we're at, but Russell Wilson, D'Angelo Russell, a lot of Russells in the world of sports. D'Angelo Russell did, basically try and, put some water on the fire there and be like, hey, it's early, we got injuries, I'm trying to figure it out, you're trying to figure it out, we've only been in training camp for a couple of weeks, it will be okay, no worries there. Question for you guys, how many points will D'Angelo Russell average this year? Where's he going to be? It's going to be a big factor in the Warriors' success. Is it going to 17? Maybe it's going to be a 20? Is it going to be a 25? Where's he going to be in the points average? Let me know down below. Also, Warriors fans, we pair with BetDSI today, as we do on a lot of these videos, and tell you that we have a promo code to give you a 120% deposit bonus whenever you sign up at chatsports.com/bet. When you use the promo code DEAL120, you can turn a $100 deposit bonus into $220 worth of money to spend on BetDSI and betting on all sorts of different games, the Warriors or other NBA games, NFL, whatever you guys want to do. Again, promo code is DEAL120, 120% deposit bonus whenever you sign up at chatsports.com/bet. I highly encourage you guys to use it. It's great. I love it. You guys will too. All right, moving on here. This one's interesting. We're going to keep an eye on Alfonzo McKinnie, and a lot of reports are saying that he's actually playing for his job, not just playing for, being the starter on this, starter at the small forward position, but playing for a spot on the Warriors. I know this was shocking whenever I was reading it, but it's probably shocking to you guys as well. Here's the deal. His contract is not guaranteed until January 10th. And the Warriors right now are in dire need of some roster help at the center position. So you look at a guy like Marquise Chris, who people have talked about a lot the past couple of days, who played well the other night. They might, need to open up a spot for him to keep him on, as again, they are very, very thin at the center and power forward position. And again, McKenzie was playing already. He started this game in for the injured Alec Burks. And listen, McKinnie did not play well. When you watch the basketball game, 21 minutes, 7 points, 1 of 4 from 3, 3 of 8 from the field. He looked overwhelmed. He looked outgunned, undermatched. I mean, it was just not a good showing by Alfonzo McKinnie. This is the one big, position battle to watch during the preseason, because whoever's going to fill that 3 spot is very important, because they're basically filling in for Klay Thompson. But right now, with the depth chart as it is, you got McKinnie, you got Jacob Evans, you got Glenn Robinson, Damian Lee, Alec Burks. You got a lot of options there, but McKinnie's contract not being guaranteed till January 10th has a lot of writers kind of speculating that he is fighting for a job, because again, the center position is so weak for the Warriors right now. They need help, and they might try and keep Marquise Chris in there with the whole Looney and Willie Cauley-Stein, and then the rookie Alen being out as well. So keep an eye on this camp battle. Remember, Alfonzo McKinnie was something we talked about a lot on the Warriors News and Rumor video, because people were already giving him, Klay Thompson's roster spot. Klay Thompson injured, it was like, oh, well, McKinnie's going to have it. Not so fast, my friend, as Lee Corso famously says every Saturday on College Game Day. This is one spot to keep an eye on. Who is going to be the starter at the 3 for the Warriors week 1, depending on, whenever or whoever is healthy and whoever is signed and cut and whatever. McKinney's spot is not guaranteed. Let's just put that in the back of our minds as we continue to watch the Warriors preseason games. Now, question for you guys here. Who should start at the small forward, the 3 position for the Warriors? You guys like McKinnie? You like Burks? You like someone else? Let me know in the comments down below. And finally here on the Warriors News and Rumors video, we've talked a lot about how the centers are hurt right now, because Willie Cauley-Stein is out and Looney is out, and the rookie they got in the second round, Alen, is out as well. And it looks like none of them are going to be available for the start of the regular season. Willie Cauley-Stein has been in a walking boot basically all training camp, and then Looney just injured this hamstring, which we don't know the full extent of yet, but it looks like, I think Steve Kerr was mentioning, he could be out for the start of the regular season as well. So the Warriors are down to, not a lot of talent there at the center position. They got the Hawks center that they traded or signed for, and he was Omari Spellman was completely outmatched against, the likes of the Warrior or the Lakers centers, Anthony Davis and JaVale McGee. He is not the answer right now, even though he started on the 5th, which was Saturday night. So right now, the Warriors actually worked out a former number 2 overall pick. You guys even know who this guy is? Hasheem Thabeet. I had to look up how to pronounce his last name. I think it's Thabeet is how everyone said it. Number 2 overall pick in 2019, 7'3", athletic, but apparently has been overweight the majority of his career and was never able to stay on a roster and was never really that great. He's just more of a try him out, and if he actually, like he says, he's worked on his body. If he actually has, then maybe there's a diamond in the rough here, but his career stats, 2.2 points per game, 2.7 rebounds per game, not even a block. He actually hasn't played. This is crazy. He has not played since 2013, 2014 with the Oklahoma City Thunder. So I want to share, because we talked a lot earlier about how the Warriors need another center. They need help at the center position, but these are the likes of people they have to work out. Unless you want to do some random trade or some weird trade or whatever, you're looking at Hasheem Thabeet as a possible fill-in center right now for the start of the NBA season. This is going to be very interesting. The Warriors right now, again, this goes all the way back to the first preseason game a couple days ago against the Lakers, where they got blown out and they shot poorly and they were bad defensively and Russell was rusty, all this stuff. And I don't know the comments. I keep saying it because I'm just trying to, prepare you guys for the comments saying that, oh, it's preseason, chill out. I know. We don't really know what the Warriors are right now because we haven't seen what the Warriors are on the court. Again, no Cauley-Stein, no Looney. You're talking about McKinnie's fighting for his job right now. They're not cohesive. They've not had enough time together, and I think this could bleed into the start of the regular season, at least for a couple of games, until we finally get the actual starting five together, the actual bench players all playing at the same time and going in and out of this rotation to build some chemistry. I think the Warriors, what we saw on Saturday against the Lakers, is kind of a preview for the next couple of preseason games until they figure it out. Now, I will stop you right there and say that once they get healthy, once they figure this out, I think the Warriors are going to be obviously one of the top 5 teams in the Western Conference. They're going to be just fine. We all know that, but it could take a little bit of time, so I would say have a little bit of patience right now because we need these bigs to get healthy, especially in a conference with a pair like LeBron James with Anthony Davis and I'm blanking on his name right now, the former Warrior JaVale McGee. I mean, these are some big post players who can play above the rim and do a lot of damage against a Warrior lineup that is used to being small and does not have their bigs healthy right now. So let's just be patient. I want to update you in case you didn't watch the game. That's what happened, but we'll see what happens over the next couple of days. Before we leave, though, Warriors mailbag coming up later this week. Use the hashtag Warriors. Get your questions in. That way we can answer them later on in a video. It's always a lot of fun. You can ask Warrior questions. You can ask, rival questions. What do you think of the Western Conference? You can ask me questions. Whatever you want. Just use the hashtag Warriors. I'll go through this video. We should have a lot of fun in the next couple of days. Be sure to subscribe to Chat Sports. The NBA starting. Go ahead and buckle up because with the NFL right now, but also the NBA, plenty of great content here at Chat Sports, so be sure to subscribe. And again, for Chat Sports, I'm Thomas Mott, signing off. Enjoy the rest of your day.